whole mechanism running perfectly. So, what you have here is some kind of clock. Of course not. Why would I build a clock? $3, any drugstore, does not lose 10 seconds in a year. Anyway, the voice said, Edgar, the world is a funny place. Little wars here, big wars there, volcanoes going off, storms, tornadoes, a terrific amount of noise and bother. You have to build something that will keep the world from going too far, maybe even going poof. What the pennies do for Big Ben, this does for the world. Who do you think it is who is speaking to you? Well, sometimes I think it is God, and then I think no, God would have a deeper voice. Would you care for a prune, doctor? Oh no, thank you. I was just leaving. But you have just arrived. Oh, careful. I have no idea how the thing works. All I know is that the voice tells me what it needs, and I get it. Goodbye, Mr. Witherspoon. You keep up the good work. We could call it a sculpture. Would that make my niece happy? What? Oh no. If you happen to run across an old tuba, would you bring it by? I need it in 2 hours. Cynthia, do not do this to me. Uncle Edgar, please. It is just for 3 days while they observe you. It is too long. It has to be maintained, kept in balance. Mr. Witherspoon, you hear voices. That is not normal. You must understand that. You hear voices, too. No, healthy people do not hear voices. You hear mine, do you not? That is not the same thing. Why? What is the difference between a sane man hearing a crazy voice and a crazy man hearing a sane voice? Maybe the truth is somewhere in the middle. You do not understand the risk you are taking. I knew it. There goes Tatoa. What is Tatoa? A tiny island in the South Pacific. What time is it? 3:17? At 3:17 in the afternoon, Tatoa became history because of you. Please, weather is still time. It will take me days to clean up this junk. Keep her away from it. Remember Tatoa, classic Saint Coast. Tired, feeling useless, he created. Typical delusion of grandeur that he was vital to the world's survival. Poor Uncle Edgar. You will take good care of him, will you not? Mideast stalemate continues. Congress passes Transportation Act. And in the South Pacific, the tiny island of Tatoa is destroyed by a tidal wave. Details on this and all the news in an hour. Did he say Tatoa? Yes, the number for the Chronicle, please. Thank you. Hello, I want to check on a news story. I just heard something on the radio about a tidal wave destroying an island. Yes, that is it. Are there any details? 1,000. Really? When this afternoon? I mean, exactly what time? Thank you. Miss Walker. Yes, doctor. Tatoa was destroyed at 3:17 this afternoon. Is that bad? Last week, Santa Barbara was hit by an earthquake. I am not taking any chances. Oh my God, the landlady. She will destroy it. Santa Barbara? Get Mr. Witherspoon released immediately. Drive him home. You personally as fast as you can. Do not touch the thing. You did not, did you? You have not touched anything or moved anything. Not yet. Why? Because this is the creation of a disordered mind. And by studying it, analyzing it just exactly as he left it, I can come to a deeper insight into Mr. Witherspoon problem. He is a loony. What else do you have to know? No. It is not that simple. I cannot rent this place with garbage in it. All right, I will rent it. You? Yes. I will give you double what you are getting. I will be up later with the check. Thank you, Mrs. Mulligan. He has escaped. Excuse me, Mr. Witherspoon. Mr. Witherspoon. Should I call the cops? No. Everything is going to be fine. You have a handkerchief? Oh yes, right away. Thanks. That lady had me dressed so fast. I left mine behind. Mr. Witherspoon, I do not know how to begin to apologize. Nothing in my training had prepared me for a case like yours. Well, nice meeting you. Where are you going? Away finally after 11 years. But what about tough? The voice spoke to me while I was in your hospital. It said, Edgar, have you ever been to Miami? I said no, but I used to think it would be a nice place to retire. Go for it, the voice said. You are off duty. You mean all this is not necessary anymore? Sure it is. It is absolutely essential. The world still has to be kept in balance. So who is going to? And look, it needs adjusting already. That is it. Now, if I can just get a ping-pong ball in there by 7:13. Well, I guess we solved that little problem. I would get cracking if I were you. Impossible. I refuse. Jeremy, really, you will grow to like it. Give it a chance. So long. Do not take any wooden nickels. Unless you really need them, of course. Mr. Witherspoon. No, a tambourine. I have to find a tambourine right away. Can you help me? Do you know where I can find a tambourine? If in the next few months you notice that there has been a spate of catastrophes, or things are just not going right, remember that Edgar Witherspoon replacement is learning how to make some precise adjustments. Do not worry. His education will not last long. And then you will have a chance to make a difference. Perhaps you might give thanks to a physician whose practice extends to the well-being of the entire planet. Dr. Jeremy Sinclair offers a unique form of preventative medicine found only in the Twilight Zone. As the gentle sunlight of the late afternoon bathed the small apartment, the dust motes danced in the air, swirling around the bizarre mechanical contraption that Edgar had painstakingly assembled. It was a monument to his devotion, a chaotic symphony of brass, wire, and forgotten trinkets that defied the logic of the modern world. Dr. Jeremy Sinclair stood perfectly still, his eyes wide with a newfound understanding. He looked at the ping-pong ball rolling down a makeshift chute, heard the faint hum of a stray coat hanger vibrating against a clock spring, and felt a profound shift in his own reality. The weight of his medical training, which had once felt like a solid anchor, now felt more like a flimsy raft in a vast, mysterious sea. He realized that Edgar was not merely a collector of refuse, but a quiet, humble gardener of the cosmos, pruning the wild, overgrown branches of destiny with nothing more than items found in the shadows of the city streets. The world was indeed a delicate, trembling thing, far more fragile than any textbook had ever dared to suggest. Edgar, moving with the nimble grace of a man who had finally found his purpose, did not even turn to see the doctor standing there. He was busy tying a knot in a piece of twine, his hands steady and confident. The silence in the room was not empty. It was filled with the collective breath of billions, a secret heartbeat that only someone like Edgar could hear. Jeremy stepped forward, his hand hovering over the workbench. He saw a gap where a small bolt was clearly missing, a tiny space that seemed to radiate a faint, shimmering instability. He did not ask questions. The time for analysis had passed, replaced by a sudden, overwhelming intuition. He reached into his own pocket, withdrawing a small silver button he had kept from a discarded coat earlier that day, a minor item he had plucked from the gutter without knowing why. He placed it gently onto the structure. Edgar turned, a warm, toothless smile creasing his weathered face. "It fits," he whispered, as if acknowledging a fellow traveler. The connection was made, and somewhere, perhaps on a distant, peaceful island, a tide retreated, leaving the sands calm and still. Jeremy felt a shiver of pure, unadulterated joy. For the first time in his career, he understood the true nature of his patients. They were not merely broken parts to be repaired or chemical imbalances to be leveled. They were participants in a grand, interconnected dance. He walked out of the apartment into the bustling streets, no longer seeing the city as a collection of clinical subjects, but as a vibrant, breathing entity needing care. The sirens in the distance sounded different now, not like calls to chaos,